Energy makes the world go around, and the higher the prices of energy go, the greater the pinch on food we'll experience in this country. Outside of all the exciting news from an investment standpoint of getting gold, getting silver, if you don't have food, what do you really have? Let's talk about this. All right, so I want to take a quick minute to share my 2 cents. It's been a while since I've done an RTD quick take. If you guys are interested in seeing more videos like this, definitely make sure you hit the thumbs up button, and also make sure you subscribe and share this information so other people can get an alternative perspective on what's really happening out here. And then also, and make sure you tune back in later on for the live stream so you can let your voice be heard. This year is going to be a heck of a ride, and we're in for some major surprises moving forward this year. By the end of 2022, we're going to witness various serious shortages of food in many parts of the globe. In fact, World Bank President David Malpass has openly admitted that we're now facing a huge supply shock as a result of the war in Ukraine. Of course, we're already moving into a global food crisis even before the war erupted. According to the United Nations, worldwide food prices in February 2022 were 27% higher than they were last year in 2021. Fertilizer prices have gone absolutely nuts. Crop production is down all over the planet due to crazy weather patterns, and supply chain problems caused by the pandemic continue to create ongoing headaches. But now World War III has erupted, and that is going to push this rapidly growing food crisis to a whole new level that we've never seen before. Under normal circumstances, Ukraine exports tremendous amounts of food exports and is considered to be one of the most important bread baskets on the entire planet. Unfortunately, everything has changed now. This has pushed the global price of wheat 55% since the last week for the invasion. Right now, the global price of food is the highest it's ever been, and Russia and Ukraine usually accounts for a third of the world's wheat and barley exports. Now that exports from Russia are greatly reduced and exports from Ukraine are virtually non-existent, some countries will ultimately be facing extreme stress. For example, just consider Lebanon. The Lebanese usually get 60% of their wheat from Ukraine. Very high food prices caused riots all over the Middle East in 2011, and that led to what's called the Arab Springs, a series of anti-government protests, uprisings, and armed rebellion that spread across the Arab world. Now we're moving into a food crisis that will be far greater than anything we've ever experienced back then. Things are going to be very challenging in Europe as well, because Ukraine normally provides 60% of the corn that the Europeans use. Meanwhile, crops all over the world are in surprisingly poor shape as weather conditions continue to be very strange. To make things worse, it's being projected that China's winter wheat crop is expected to be the lowest in recorded history, and the USDA is reporting that a whopping 71% of all winter wheat in the U.S. has been affected by drought. We struggle to feed the entire world even in the best of years, and this definitely is not going to be one of the best of years. Another factor that's going to drive the cost of food is soaring energy costs. As of today, the national average of a gallon of gas in the United States crossed the $4 threshold. Of course, the price of gas is much higher in some parts of the nation than in others. For example, at one gas station in Los Angeles, consumers are now paying about $7 a gallon to fill up their vehicles. I suppose I should stop worrying about $7 a gallon per gas, because that number might be considered cheap in the days ahead. So many of the things I've already been warned about has already happened, and things are only going to get worse from here in the natural sense. The geopolitical events unfolding around the world is what the mainstream news will focus on as a reason for all this, but it's really just a cover up for the underlying problems. The fiat currency game is coming to an end, and the trillions of units circulating the world are looking for a new place to park outside of the banking institutions as margin calls explode and the calls for more liquidity to juice the system lands on deaf ears. The central banks around the world have already determined the fate of this current financial structure, and they have accumulated all the gold they needed in order to prepare for the Great Reset. COVID and the war are just the beginning and have already deeply affected every man, woman, and child on the entire planet. If you're waiting for things to return to normal, you can stop waiting, because a perfect storm has already arrived, and things are definitely not going back to the normal for the foreseeable future. Thanks for taking the time to listen to my little rant. Hope you found some value in it. We know what time it is. Share your thoughts down below. If you found this informative, definitely hit the thumbs up button. Take the time to share this, and I'll see you guys later. Enjoy your day.